difference. Every group in America is infiltrated by the FBI, every last one of them. And the government is so insinuated into each and every organization up to the highest levels that the government can cause fights amongst different groups from inside of each group, right? So if you got two lieutenants, both of them is in the FBI, one's in the White Citizens Council, the other is a militia. They can do stuff to the white folks, right, and get them to kill each other. It don't have nothing to do with color. It means to maintain control. You think the Oklahoma bombing, right, in Oklahoma City? What was the fastest growing group of people in America 7, 8 years ago? It was militia, isn't that right? Militia groups, white Americans saying we are tired of the U.S. government. They call it ZOG, Zionist Occupied Government. They said that the American government was dominated by foreign control. So they saw it breaking out all over the place. So the government had to get absolute control of all of these new groups, movements, and organizations. So what do? First of all, in Waco, right? Remember Waco? What did Janet Reno say? There was no pyrotechnic devices used in Waco. Remember all them people burn up? And you could see the tank come up to the window and pumping stuff in there. You could see the fumes. Remember on the video? You know where gaseous things have fumes, and you could see the fumes on the video. You know, pyrotechnic device is, it could be anything from a firecracker to something to throw out sparks. It is there to ignite things that's already gaseous. So you see them shoot the thing into the building and boom, it goes up. See, if you set something on fire, it takes a little while to burn. You know, if you just set all this paper on fire and this catch on fire, you can walk on out the building, go on about your business, isn't that right? But if they've pumped gas, inflammable fumes in here, then ignite that, boom, and everybody is burned up alive, isn't that right? That's what happened in Waco. Then, in return for that, but that's how the government deals with anybody that they don't like. You got to remember, you can be white, black, Latin, and they do not care. If you're against them, then they feel free to use any means at their disposal to finish you off. And they didn't just start this, they've been doing it. The Oklahoma City bombing, why do you think McVeigh, they're going to pull off a great deal like this and McVeigh going to drive down the street with a wrong license plate and he going to take the case and that's it. And they don't want to have no more investigation. And he happened to be in the Special Forces in the United States Army. And disgruntled, yeah, he was in the Special Forces, trained that that's his job. That when he gets the cue to do certain things, he will do it. And take the case for it. Or someone else will do it and he'll take the fall. That's his dedication to his country. And when they put it all on him, they don't have to investigate anywhere else, isn't that right? But with that bombing, they can crack down. And since that bombing, you haven't heard nothing from the militia. Why? Because it turned the average American that agreed with them, it turned them away from the militia. They said, man, they're too far gone. Anybody that will bomb little children in the FBI building, bomb the nursery, is too far gone for us. So it turned the white American public against the militia. So the American government benefited more than anybody. Just because they have to blow up a few of their own people don't mean nothing. They do it all the time. If it's 100 of you out there and 50 of them close to you, they call it fire, isn't that right? They say, get them all. They said, well, sorry, we may blow up everybody. Hey, man, you're going to blow up them too. We'll blow up a few of our own, but we get everybody, isn't that right? That's American strategy. What has happened in the last few days is a perpetuation of the continuous American deception. Almost everything that we have seen in the media over the last 10 or 15 years has been designed by the U.S. government. I don't care whether it's the bombings in East Africa. Who supports Muslims in Palestine and other places more than anybody in the world? Africans do, right? So why would the Muslims go and bomb a place, right, in Africa? Why would we bomb in Africa? And especially in Dar es Salaam, haven of peace. I used to live in Dar es Salaam. That means right across from Zanzibar, 35 or 40% of the people in Dar es Salaam is Muslim. That means in any office or business, at least 30 or 40% of the people are going to be Muslims. And it's almost the same in Kenya. So why would Muslims bomb even a U.S. embassy in a place where they know that most of the people that work there will be Muslims or Africans who all support them, right? Africans support Muslims worldwide more than any other continent, without us even asking, without us doing anything to help. So why would we go there to blow them up? It is to turn the African away from supporting us. The same day I happened to be in Cape Town. Cape Town is the most revolutionary part of the whole African continent. Big city, but it has 650,000 Muslims. And the most revolutionary during apartheid, if you read the book, The Killing of the Imam and all of that, that was from South Africa. That was from Cape Town. The most revolutionary Muslims on the African continent are in Cape Town. That same day they blew up the embassies, guess what? They also blew up a nightclub in Cape Town, Planet Hollywood, American nightclub. Guess what? From that day on, the United States government had permission from the South African government for the FBI to set up a station house in Cape Town. To do what? Stop terrorism? No. To keep an eye on the most revolutionary, giving, friendly Muslims that give money more than anybody else in the West to Palestine. The last time I was there, they were sending a plane load of medicine to Iraq. I'm telling you. And guess what? When the bombing go off in Kenya and Tanzania, who's the only ones that can go on the line and check it out? The Zionist state of Israel, the United States government, right? And the old white South Africans, not the ANC. Those are the only three peoples or governments. A Kenyan black police couldn't touch nothing. So you're messing up the evidence, right? South Africa, the United States, the Zionist state of Israel. We call them the Triangle of Terror. The Triangle of Terror. 3 settler governments settled on peoples of color's land, right? On peoples of color's land. And in each country, they almost wipe out the people. And what do? They put them on Bantustans, homelands in Africa, reservations here, right? And refugee camps in Palestine. And all of them have the concept of racism. Racism in America, Zionism, Zionism is racism, and apartheid. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, literally everything that we see right now today has all been set up and designed to fight against Muslims, to fight against people of color, and any of us, and especially in this DC area, should never fall prey to that criminal media. Because the media, corporate media, they're part of the problem. Because all of these consistency over and over and over again, every time Bush or somebody's in trouble, some dumb so-called Muslims go downtown or send an mail or a message, right, that pulls them out of the fire. Anybody with any investigatory history would say, wait a minute, something is looking funny here. Every time A happens, then B follows, right?